Howdy, howdy, everybody. I am the Bunny Slayer, and this is my Havoc Demon Hunter guide for the Mage Tower in 915. Now, with anything like this, there's definitely different ways to do it, different talents you could take, but this is just the method that I use to accomplish it. If you want to discuss any other ways to do it, feel free to stop by my Twitch channel or leave comments below, and I'd love to talk about it more. All right, let's hop in. Alright, first off is preparation. When it comes to Mage Tower, remember that the eye level will scale down, so it doesn't really matter what your eye level is for your gear. What you really want to focus on is getting as many sockets as you can get. I actually was wearing domination sockets when I did it, which don't help you at all, but it's just what I had and I didn't want to farm gear, so that's what I went with. Next we have the Enchants and Consumables trinkets. So I put a list here that if you want to pause the video, just go with this. It'll be a good setup. You can try some other things, but this is a good base setup. The only non-Shadowlands item would be the Unbridled Fury potion and the pocket-sized computation device with the cyclotronic blast. When it comes to talents, I actually went with two different sets, one for Xylem and one for the corruption at the end. There is a brief period where you can use a tomb and change your talents. So for Xylem, I took Demonic Appetite and Fell Eruption to get a little more healing and another interrupt. And then for the corruption, I took Blind Fury for a little more damage and Master of the Glaive for the slow effect on the ads. Abilities wise, Xylem's primary ability is Frostbolt. However, it can be interrupted with Disrupt, Fell Eruption, Chaos Nova, and Imprison. So you're going to want to interrupt that as often as you can just to reduce the incoming damage that you're taking. Additionally, I found that it was better to spread out my interrupts as to not cap out on health, and that way I can fully utilize my leech during meta to heal and not having to waste the interrupt. Next is the Razor Ice ability, immediately followed by the Comet Storm. So the Razor Ice will stun you for, I believe it is 2 seconds, and then the Comet Storm will rain down damage on top of you. So the method to deal with this is to simply double jump and glide out, or double jump and fell rush out. If needed, you can also use Chaos Nova, which will give you some extra souls to absorb on your way out of the Razor Ice. Sometimes I also found myself actually attacking the Razor Ice just to get some additional souls to heal from before I went charging across the room towards the boss. During the Arcane Annihilation phase, Xylem will start channeling a spell that will basically kill you if you don't interrupt it, but being demon hunters, it should never get close to that. My recommendation is to not actually do the built-in mechanic, but just cheese it and use your Fell Rush and your Vengeful Retreat to get there as fast as possible. If you are having a difficult time finding him, you can always use your mini-map. It does show up on there when he does go into this invisible phase, but I found it easier just to look for the sparkling aura. Shadow Barrage is a pretty straightforward ability. He starts throwing these shadow balls at you that do a significant chunk of damage. You might be able to survive one hit, but any more than that, and you'll definitely be a goner. This is a great phase to get some life back with your leech, as well as give your interrupts a little time to recover. So I would recommend not interrupting this, but just healing up during it. Draw Power is a channeled ability that will give him stacks of a buff that increases the damage of all his other spells. So it's definitely something that you want to always be prepared for and have your interrupt ready to interrupt. Additionally, you can use your stuns to stop this, but the interrupt is a bit faster. Sometimes with the stuns, he will still gain a stack. During phase 2, the boss will cast Corrupting Shadows, which will pull a small pool on the ground that will continually grow through the entirety of the phase. So the idea here is to bring the boss to the edge so that those build up towards the edge and not just fill the whole room right at the beginning. When you get towards the end of this platform, you will see that it is a very close call to the amount of space you have left, so you definitely want to try to overlap these as much as possible. During the second phase, the boss will cast Seed of Darkness on you, which will spawn 3 ads after a period of time. The idea here is to run away, let the ads spawn, slow them, AoE them, stun them, and kill them before they get back to the boss so that they do not heal him. This ability is the reason we take Master of the Glaive, because it does give you the 50% slow on the ads when you throw a glaive at them. I would say that if a single ad makes it to the boss, it is a guaranteed wipe for the run. That's all for this guide. Thanks for watching and good luck in the Mage Tower. If you want to check out my Vengeance Mage Tower, check out this video. Otherwise, feel free to sub that button wherever that one shows up and come back and check out my next guide. Later.